But you have to be able to read between the lines when people say these things and they want to play and they don't have another plan. Like myself, I didn't have another plan, and most NFL players they say they want to play till the wheels fall off, right? So here's my theory, and this is my thought process when I'm thinking of a guy like Russell Wilson and he wants to play to the age of 45. And if we watch Russell Wilson, or we get to Russell Wilson continue to play, and he plays in a backup role. He go team to team playing as a backup, second string quarterback. That means those bills are pushing. I'm gonna say at least 500K. How does that sound? 500K in bills a month? Is that ridiculous? What do you think, Dries?
For him, I mean, he got some big paychecks in his day, so
Right.
that's not a surprise.
Right.
He
So
got some big paydays in his time.
yeah, and I know it sounds ridiculous, and it might sound outrageous to a lot of people out there. $500,000 a month, that's $6 million a year. One thing about that, you cannot maintain that after football is over. Like you say, after all those football big checks are over with. Now I can say that number is insane, right? But he plays quarterback. It hits a little different for offensive players plus a quarterback. Quarterbacks are the top of the line, the epitome of the NFL. So they're the most, they get the most viewership. They're the most popular person on the team, and they're pretty much control of the team, whether you win or lose. $1 million a year. Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson says he is determined to play football until he is in his mid-40s, like Tom Brady. Like I just told y'all, Tom Brady is messing up for everybody. Everybody think they can be a Tom Brady. I played with Tom Brady. You can't be a Tom Brady. That play like till he 40s, and that he employs a full-time performance team as his high-tech toys and spends 7 figures a year on his health. Wilson told sports analyst Bill Simmons on his podcast on October 15th, this is some years ago, that the majority of his money he spends goes to his full-time performance team. The team consists of a trainer who travels everywhere with Wilson and his wife, and physical therapists, a mobile person who makes sure Wilson is moving the right way, and a massage therapist, and 2 chefs, not one chef,
Two.
2 chefs. Now
One
you
for
got
the
to be able
vegetables,
to
one
read,
for the meat.
right? So if we're adding this up, we're pocket watching a little bit, because if he wants to play until he's 45, I'm telling you, he has to continue to maintain that crazy lifestyle. And we all those athletes are in these predicaments sooner or later once we retire. And you know, the ones that achieve those big contracts. Now let's start with private jets or private travel, right? Quarterbacks can't be seen in regular airports. They will get harassed. They won't have no privacy if they walk through the airport by themselves, right? And especially Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, we know he's married to a famous R&B artist, which is Ciara. We all know about that. So for him, they both need private transportation, right? So if y'all don't understand or know about private planes and how much they cost, the average cost one way for a private plane trip is 25K. I ain't talking about going 1 hour away from your house. So 25K there, 25K back. That's 50K travel one way, right? So you save 4 times a month, 5 times a month, 200, 250 right there. Right off the rip, we starting off at 250 to $200,000. That's just in travel fare, right? Then then you can go to allowance, right? Ciara, she's definitely going to need some allowance, and it's going to be have to. I'm sure it has to be a healthy allowance, but we're gonna be very we're going to give Russell Wilson the benefit of the doubt in these situations, right? We're not going to make the bills too extravagant, right? 500K, that's extravagant, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, Ciara, how much would he give Ciara in allowance? I want to hear from y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all guess is before I shout out my number. Like I say, we're being, what's the word I'm trying to use, right? We're being a little considerate here. I don't want to throw out no crazy numbers, but let me hear what y'all have to say in the chat. But I'm going to say he gives Ciara no less than 50K a month. And that's being very considerate, right? because she's Sierra. She used to seeing money. She's been famous. She's been in private jets, so on and so forth. So she's definitely, and she has those kids with her. So, but we're going to be very moderate, and we're going to stay at 50K per month. So we got the private jets, then we got Sierra. Right now, the monthly bills is still crazy. Right now, just off those two expenses. Then you take the house maintenance, taxes, and insurance. That can easily run you another 50K per month, being that houses all over the world, and then these houses are extravagant. These are mansions, right? And then, so right now we're probably about at 350K. If my math is right, y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Then you got cars, right? You got car insurance. Car insurance, 10 grand a month. You know, all these nice.
Don't forget the $1 million he put into his body. Don't forget
Oh,
that
yeah.
part.
Oh, yeah. I'll get to that last. Being that I talked about that first, that went right over my head, right? Then you got the car insurance. I'm sure that's 10K a month. They was trying to hit me for 3 grand a month for a little accident we had, and we had to get that all fixed up. 3 grand a month for car insurance. That was like 4 cars, or maybe 5. Please tell me, chat, y'all ain't dealing with these same situations, because that is ridiculous, you know. So 10K a month for the car insurance, cars. I'm sure you don't have no car notes. You have a nanny, got family members, and then you have your attire, your dress code. Gotta look like Russell Wilson. Gotta look like Sierra. I'm telling you, that's easy 500K a month. Oh, like you said, we didn't add back in the 100K per month or 80K per month on his body. That's a significant amount of cash, and that's a significant number. But some of these numbers can, once you retire, some of these numbers aren't fixed numbers, and you can get rid of these bills, right? Me at my peak, what do you think my peak was? My bills, Dries. What do you think?
Jeez. Man, the young boy.
The young boy. Let me know, chat. What do y'all think my bills was at? What do y'all think? Yeah, let me give Sideline Sarah a shout out. She said, I can believe that. 500K. Yeah, it's easy, man. You don't even realize it. And then I'm not even adding in your management fees, your attorney, your agent fees, and so on and so forth. There's so many miscellaneous things that may come up, and you just have no clue. But Mr. Pick 6, in the prime of my career, what do you think my bills was, man? What do you think?
Over 100K a month.
Over 100K a month. Do y'all agree with him, chat? It's Lauderdale, Mr. Pick 6. Did I reach 100K a month? Let me see. At my peak, let me drink a sip of water, because I do not want to relive these days, boy. Wasn't quite at 100 now. 100K a month. That's still a lot. That's $1 million a year. But at my peak, man, I think I was about $80,000 per month in bills. $80,000. Well, of course, I didn't ride private planes or anything extravagant like that. But bills for athletes, man, can easily become a burden and hard to maintain, especially when you're towards the end of your career. And once we're in retirement, of course, our income is cut drastically. And it's never the same. It's only a few that, they may get in the media and things like that and still able to maintain, but it's nowhere near what it used to be, right? And hopefully in these monthly bills, we have assets, things that we can sell to get our money back or make a profit. And the ones that don't have the assets and you just spending money on liabilities and things like that, those are the ones you see chasing and chasing and chasing. They want to continue to play, like Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, he decided to retire. Everybody's like, man, he still can play because he did well with his money. He invested in great assets. And I'm sure his bills is probably about 50, 60K, but that's manageable, being that type of money that they make these days,